Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted to make a video on this, on how if you run COPWATCH in your area, apparently exposing and investigating corruption is bad because it took me forever to get this report. I got my FDLE transaction archive report on anybody in Florida and or nationwide that has looked me up on the NCIC and the FCIC system and or the David system. And basically what that is, if legally, if they suspect you of a crime, they can look you up on this data system. You know, it basically gives all your information, your car, your date of birth, any other things you might have on your record, blah blah blah. So anyways, apparently if you do that, that's against the law, and that's bad, even though it's not. It's called freedom of speech, and you have the right. But I finally got it. It took months and months and months, way longer than normal, and now I know why it did, because mine is not as bad as Jeff Gray here in Florida, which look him up. He is freaking my hero. He busts corruption here in Florida too. And the reason why it's small, because I'm not going to give all my information, man, but I'm just giving you an example. Anyways, it is, and that's why I got a reporter that's already interested. My lawyer is absolutely, we're going ahead and filing the lawsuit for illegal lookups, because this is nuts. It's 42 pages long. A friend of mine that's another patriot, his lookups were only 9 pages, so there's an example. But he is a patriot, he is a libertarian, so they looked him up just because he was a libertarian fighting government corruption. So, and this doesn't even include the illegal David lookups, which are the local systems that they use, which that's where this lawsuit is starting. It's going to be a federal lawsuit. Because you're violating my free speech, and but it's 42 pages, and it is multiple police agencies across Florida. It's unfreaking real. I cannot believe it. We got Lee County in there, Cape Coral in there. We got Collier County in there. FHP is in there. Punta Gorda is in there. Charlotte County's in there. It's just, it's really, really freaking sad. So 42 pages, because I run COPWATCH. Apparently they don't like me exposing corruption, and basically, I'm trying to expose the corruption with the police. But do you notice that I'm still scrolling? Yep, those are all different people. Look me up at all different times. And actually on this one too, I had to have my friend look me up because they won't give me the report. So it's actually redacted, so they don't even give the reason why. But if you ask for it yourself, they will put the reasons in there why they looked you up. But since I have a cleaning company, we have a Google Calendar, which we have all the stuff that we do on there. So that was one way that I tracked down half of the stuff that they looked me up with. Well, not half, maybe a third. Was kind of, I was going to all the debates with the sheriff, and I was filming them, and other stuff with the sheriff and or the Punta Gorda police, and filming that and posting that. I got a couple lookups for that. We had a lookup because I did the dog mall video for Punta Gorda police. They illegally looked me up because I posted that. I did a video at CISA Web FWC, and they looked me up because I did that. This is all illegal. You have to have probable cause. I did nothing wrong, committed no crime, and they illegally looked me up. I got and then we started seeing some way back in 2013, and the light finally went off that a lot of these they're just looking me up just because they're like, who the fudge is this? He's mean and he's making cops look bad. I'm not making you look bad, man. You're making yourself look bad. That's why I started Charlotte County COPWATCH, because I experienced the corruption here myself from Ken Hill. He lied in court. I got the case thrown out against our stalker. Bill PRUMMELL, the sheriff, knew about it. IA knew about it. A bunch of different sheriffs here knew about it, and they all said I can't do anything. And I'm finding out more and more that this Ken Hill was so dirty. He was also so dirty. He was involved with the case where many of you heard in Charlotte County, they got busted for illegally recording client and attorneys talking in jail. They have 2,000 different people they illegally recorded. And I just found out Bill PRUMMELL, the sheriff, lied that he didn't know it was happening. And by the way, nothing ever happened. We should have had the feds here on this. Because the reporter that told me this literally had lawyers coming to him saying, we don't know how they knew what they did when we came to the plea deal, but now we do. They frickin' recorded all their stuff. And then Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL said, I didn't know it was happening. I'm not a bad guy. Yes, you are a bad guy, you fucking prick. Anyways, Ken Hill, years before that, was busted for doing it. So they knew that it was going on for years, and Ken Hill was part of it. So it's just utterly disgusting. Some of you have seen on my channel I just went to the ACLU thing on the policing for profit in Florida is out of control. I highly recommend you see that video. Because it's completely out of control. What they're doing here with this report is unconstitutional. Just because I run COPWATCH, everybody's looking me up, trying to find something on me so they can take me down or threaten me, whatever. And that's another reason why they hate me, because yeah, I used to be a bad guy when I was a young kid. You bet. I used to be a little thief. I used to do drugs, sell drugs, all of that. But now I've been in AA for years. I quit all that. I go to church. My wife sings in church, and we have a cleaning company. I mean, wow. So they hate it. They have nothing. But you know, they're so corrupt. They like to plant stuff too. So we're always. That's why we got 17 cameras on the house, 2 DVR cameras in the car, front and back. I carry a camera, and then of course Facebook is #1 for doing live streaming. So if they take your crap, it's too late. It's already on Facebook. So I just thought I'd make a video about this. We just got it. My lawyer's freaking out. I got other lawyers freaking out. I got the lawyer that gave me the dogmail video freaking out because now he's wondering if they looked him up. It's really sad. In this ACL meeting on the policing for profit is totally freaking corrupt and out of control here. They were talking about how it's so bad here. We are in the top 10 for corruption in the United States and for jailing people in jail and prison in the whole country. We have 100,000 people in jail and prison here in Florida for some of the stupidest stuff, man. Waste of time, waste of money. But they have literally made policing for profit an industry here in Florida, and that's why it's happening. And that's why I run COPWATCH. And actually, I'll be honest, that's why I'm going to be joining the ACLU. ACLU is also looking for people that will go there and testify to the representatives up in Tallahassee here in a couple months. So I highly recommend you sign up for that too, so you can tell your story that this is nuts, this is out of control, this has got to stop. But yeah, this is crazy, man. When I told the reporter, when I told the lawyer and reporter how many pages it was, they both freaked out, and they had every right, because I've been trying to, like I said, figure out connecting which video I posted or what I did, you know, what whatever, and a lot of them just look me up just because they hate me, and you can't do that. It's illegal. It's called I can take you to court, you morons. So everybody needs to look up their David system, FCIS and NCIS. You can do that with FDLE, and you can do that with your local police. And in fact now, like I said, I found out I need to do it to all my local police, because when I do an David search at Charlotte County, they're only giving me Charlotte County. I come to find out PUNTA GORDA has been looking me up big time because of their corruption that we're exposing there with the dog mullet, a guy for no light on his bicycle, and then the same cop is not fired and he executed a lady, and we've been doing stories about that. So it's really sad. Everything is legal. You are not free. Hope to God Trump does not turn into a dictator and he stops this crap. And everybody, do a lookup to see who's looking you up, because this is bad and it's illegal, and you can sue them, and you should.
Last word from the big hitter from the ACLU, Raymond, come on up.
So I want to discuss the next steps. I don't think you need any more convincing that Florida needs criminal justice reform. So I'm going to list 5 things that you can do, starting with what you can do tonight, what you can do this month, and what I want you to do over the next year. So the first thing that I want you to do tonight is to sign the voter restoration petition that's out there. It is a major uphill battle getting this on the ballot. You need over 1 million petitions because so many are duplicates and filled out incorrectly. You need over 1 million petitions in Florida to make the ballot. And restoring the voting rights of 1.7 million Floridians that have had them taken away and have completed their sentences is very important, and it would greatly reduce recidivism. So please sign that petition tonight if you haven't already. The second thing is there's a sign-up sheet out there. You can get involved with your local ACLU chapter and volunteer on a local Naples and Collier County level. If you're not already receiving Collier County ACLU emails, if you're not already attending the meetings, please get involved. The real big thing that I want you to do is to contact your legislator this legislative session. They are in committee up through January and February, and they're going to only be in session in March and April and the first week of May. If your representatives do not hear from you and do not feel that criminal justice reform is important to the community that they represent, they will not vote for it and it will not pass this year. You might not think that your 10 minutes or 20 minutes for a phone call or writing a letter or drafting an email makes a big difference, but it does. When a legislator receives 100 calls in a day saying this is a priority bill, this is a priority issue, their staff notices and the representatives notice, please, please, please. You can go to acluflorida.org and sign up for action alerts. We're going to be doing a contact your legislator every 2 weeks during the legislative session. We're going to provide talking points. We're going to provide contact information. And to be involved in that, you can just go to acluflorida.org, sign up for action alerts. We are also going to be bringing up representatives, volunteers, supporters, affected individuals to Tallahassee. If you're able to make that trip and you want to actually sit down with us and to speak with your legislators about these reforms, we'll provide training, we'll provide talking points, and I would ask for you to join us. You can, I think, contact Jeff, sign up on ACLU Florida, or just speak with me tonight for more information about joining us. And then lastly, if you think that you can help represent our campaign in Collier County, in your community, we have an ambassador program where we are training individuals that have a connection and a story to tell about the criminal justice system in Florida. And we're asking for affected individuals and community leaders to become campaign ambassadors. If you think that might be appropriate for you, I would love for you to flag me down after this event. And lastly, I just want to say thank you for being here tonight. Simply filling up this room and having so many people that were blocking in cars in this parking lot is amazing. And it shows you this is a priority issue. And I just want to say thank you for all of your support and help.
Before I thank our panelists, I want to
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
For life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy.
is
You
the
work
hard
for
part
us, Sheriff.
in
Just
keeping
keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.